Hello everyone and welcome to Playing with MAWii's second My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Top 10 Characters list, updated for Season 2. This is my post-season update to the list, and unlike last time, I'll actually be giving commentary all throughout and explaining why each pony is in the position they're in on the list, which is something that people had asked me for last time. Season 2 gave us tons of fan art, fan fiction, music, fan videos, parodies, 2 BronyCons, and various fundraisers and charities for good causes, all in the name of ponies. There were new memes, 2 new major superpowered villains, and new best ponies. There was also some amazing musical numbers and a ridiculous amount of references to other TV shows, movies, and internet memes. But this video is about my top 10 favorites list, and it's one I thought long and hard about. Which ponies moved up? Which moved down? Which left the top 10 altogether? And which characters were added this time around? Season 2 was truly amazing, but just how much did it influence my top 10? It's time to find out as Playing with MAWii counts down his top 10 My Little Pony Friendship is Magic characters.
Let's get this party started!
Before I begin, a quick note on a few characters that left my top 10 altogether since the last one. Specifically, these characters are Trixie, Spitfire, and Apple Bloom. So without running the risk of making this video and editing take forever to finish, I decided to post my reasons for their departures from the top 10 in the video description. So if you'd like to know why, feel free to read about them. Apple Bloom, Spitfire, and Trixie are this top 10 list's honorable mentions. Number 10. In Season 1, Derpy was a fun Where's Waldo background character who built up a strong fan base for her sudden appearances, her silly look, and her apparent love of muffins. In Season 2, Derpy was amazing! Her Pinkie Pie level background appearances were outstanding, particularly popping out of Fluttershy's chicken coop and somehow getting trapped in a snow globe. But her most amazing moment of the season was when she finally debuted with the name Derpy, given a voice, and interacted with Rainbow Dash in a hilarious segment. The controversy that stemmed from that scene and the post-edits to the scene aside, Derpy continues to be a fun character, no matter how small a role she gets per episode. Number 9. Applejack is a great character, and in some ways she seems more loyal than Rainbow Dash. But after episode 2 of Season 2, she just hasn't stood out very much. Granny Smith actually seemed like more of a standout character in Season 2. It was great that she had 2 episodes in a row, but both were stolen by other characters. The last roundup was, of course, the debut of Derpy, Rainbow Dash's references to Pinkie being a dangerous weapon, Pinkie's over-the-top antics, her love of strange words, her rage at the break of a Pinkie promise, and her sudden, random leap onto Rarity were great moments. But they're not Applejack moments, and that's the problem. Applejack needs another Fall Weather Friends or Applebuck season where an episode actually revolves around her rather than being overshadowed by the debut of other characters, or just others in general. Number 8. I always liked Cheerilee, and I considered her for my first top 10, but her status as a non-notable background pony in Season 1 kept me from that. Things really picked up for Miss Cheerilee in Season 2, starting with the Cutie Pox, where her name became canon, and only got better, especially with her interactions with the Cutie Mark Crusaders and Family Appreciation Day, and her being madly in love with Big Macintosh and Hearts and Hooves Day. She is a tremendously enjoyable character. And in a town where all the ponies are crazy, Cheerilee brings sense and stability where she goes. A feeling of knowledge and overall calm. That, and I just really like hearing her voice. Cheerilee got a large amount of character development in Season 2, more than Derpy. Although she is just a teacher and doesn't come off as particularly exciting, she does have several funny moments. She's pretty level with Applejack to me, but because she has a new character factor to her in Season 2, it makes her just a bit more interesting. Number 7. Celestia has a much bigger role in Season 2, especially in the first 2 episodes. She shows a much more serious side and shows that she's capable of handling crises as they come. The whole Celestia thing has really died down a bit, despite the fact that it was voted by Equestria Daily fans as their favorite meme. It also didn't stop the writers from throwing in a little Celestia into Lesson 0. After she explained to Twilight that she wasn't in trouble, Twilight's friends then barged in, begging for Celestia not to punish Twilight, to which Celestia said,
I'm listening.
with a hilarious expression as though she was considering what they had to say. The fact that she cancelled out Twilight's spell in the blink of an eye also showcased how powerful her magic is. She showed humility during Sweet and Elite, which I liked, and I also liked her add-in during Granny Smith's Family Appreciation Day memory, which showed, of course, that she's much older than she looks. Celestia is still the HPIC. Number 6. Luna has been the waifu of tons of bronies since her appearance during Season 1's Episode 2, especially because of how innocent she seemed. Luna made her much-anticipated reappearance exactly 1 year after that episode in Luna Eclipsed, and it shattered everyone's perception of Luna being quiet, meek, and humble. In fact, after sporting her new Night Sky main look, she appeared as the complete opposite, being loud, assertive, and arrogant, expecting the citizens of Ponyville to literally kiss her hoof as a sign of respect. Her personality through the episode got me hooked on her, and it's become one of my favorite episodes. At first, I was confused by her new character, but after she began to talk to Twilight and her friends and warm up, she was a lot of fun. She was socially awkward, which was a nice touch, having been stuck on the moon for 1,000 years, and she expectedly had some self-confidence issues, which worked into the episode really well. But seeing her have fun, get back at Rainbow Dash, and become Pipsqueak's favorite princess were all amazing moments. Her only downfall is her lack of screen time. Luna has come into her own and is a great character that deserves to be seen more. And I don't mean just being something of a background pony in a Canterlot Wedding. Luna brought a whole new flavor to the show, and it was more interesting as compared to Celestia, who mostly seemed to be more of the same from Season 1. She's more thunderous, entertainment-wise, than Applejack and Cheerilee, appears more honest than Applejack, and has had more overall screen time than Derpy. Plus, she's a princess and talks in the royal we. Number 5. Rainbow Dash continues to personify cool, especially with her awesome new sunglasses and pet. The biggest problem I have with RD is how much of an arrogant jerk she is now. She doesn't seem to show any sense of humility and continues to do something that is a big pet peeve to me: brag. She hasn't been shown in a more sympathetic light, and it's hard to connect with her on a personal level when she's so self-absorbed and all she does is declare how much better she is than every pony and everything, causing me to like her a lot less. At least in Season 1, Artie is willing to stick up for her friends and be humble, for example in Griffin the Brush-Off, one of my favorite episodes. She's had a few moments of being genuinely nice in Season 2, especially her choosing Tank as a pet, but she's otherwise a huge, overconfident braggart who's set in her ways and flies solo way too often. She needs to have more moments where her confidence is shot, like in Sonic Rainboom, as well as appreciating what she has, like at the end of the same episode. And although Find a Pet was a great song, she needs to stop declaring herself best pony all the time. I appreciate RD and what she brings to the show, it just needs to be toned down. A lot. Number 4. Four is pretty high up in a list of 10, so Sweetie Belle holding the number 4 spot isn't an easy task, especially considering how scrutinizing I can be. Sweetie Belle's gotten many more memorable moments in Season 2. Her singing part in Season 1 was awesome, but that was about the extent of what she did in Season 1. In Season 2, Sweetie Belle became a dictionary, a great sister, and a pony that really likes others' manes. This is on top of the antics she's had with her other Cutie Mark Crusader friends, but as I mentioned with Apple Bloom, when the three of them got together, they didn't really do anything that seemed to stand out from one another, to the point where the three of them just seemed like one pony. Sweetie Belle has her flaws and can act expectedly childish, but even still, Sweetie Belle can be diabetes-inducing adorable, especially after the picture she made for her sister that moved Rarity to tears and had bronies everywhere going, "Daw." Number 3. With the most drastic rank movement in the top 10, Rarity climbs 7 spots to make the top 3. And it was a huge climb to be honest, but one that was well deserved. Season 1 portrayed Rarity as an atypical girly girl who dresses her and her friends up pretty and is obsessed with finding the man of her dreams, making clothes and collecting gems to make her clothes sparkle with fabulosity. Looking at it from that perspective, Rarity seems like a character befitting a generic little girl show, perfect for any of the previous My Little Pony TV series. Even though her Art of the Dress song and its reprise were amazing, Rarity was just too much of a makeup-wearing feminine character for me to fully enjoy. I warmed up to her a little when she started to show different sides of her personality, and became a bit more sympathetic in Season 1. That amount of depth led me to list her as number 10 in my previous list, an especially amazing achievement since I had initially disliked her the most out of the main 6. Then Season 2 happened. In Season 2, and in my opinion, Rarity had the most drastic amount of character advancement of any character in the show. In Sweet and Elite, Rarity becomes the first member of the main 6 to seriously threaten the audience with the idea of leaving the group. Because of her inner conflict in the episode, summed up by the amazing song, Becoming Popular, the pony every pony should know, Rarity struggles to balance becoming a big name in Canterlot and making time for her friends. Eventually, she decides that her friends, no matter how weird they are worth more to her than being a celebrity. This, coupled with her amazing diabetes-inducing moment during the Sister Hooves social, where she was willing to go against her prim and proper nature to get completely covered in mud, just so she could have a moment of bonding with her sister Sweetie Belle, makes Rarity an immensely redeeming character, a far cry from her once overbearingly arrogant nature that now seems to have infected Rainbow Dash. Her added moments of melodrama bring a style of comedy that's unique to her, and make her that much more enjoyable. Rarity, who was once an easily dismissed, haughty, dramatic, girly pony, is now a very awesome character. Number 2. Fluttershy continues to be the gentle, quiet, and caring pony in Season 2. And although she's meek and reserved about most things, those moments of being meek can turn into something hilarious just because of the way that her innocent demeanor delivers it, such as when Fluttershy panics at a visitor knocking at her door on Nightmare Night. In the Return of Harmony Parts 1 and 2, we got to see another side of Fluttershy, the complete opposite of who she is. In this form, lovingly called Flutter by fans, she became a bully towards others, yet because of the way she again delivered that side of herself, it became an instant classic and was so amazingly out of the norm for her, it made me want to see more. We did get to see more of that in Putting Your Hoof Down, where she became a cruel bully without even realizing it. However, it almost seemed necessary at times, since a lot of the ponies in Ponyville were shown to be quite rude in that episode. That side of her carried over a bit into Dragon Quest, where she showed her unwillingness to go watch dragons migrating, showing off some remnants of her assertiveness, and the fact that she is still afraid of dragons. She's also shown to be proficient in some form of martial arts that she apparently uses as an extreme form of giving massages, and had a great duet with Rainbow Dash in the Find a Pet song, where she shows just how many different animals and derpies she has. She's also had quite a bit of character advancement, especially in Hurricane Fluttershy, where she was willing and able to overcome her personal fears about flying, something that actually started in Season 1's The Cutie Mark Chronicles, which was a nice touch of continuity. And of course, the way she went about overcoming her fears was great because it was both hilarious and inspiring at the same time. But in the end, Fluttershy is a great, soft-spoken, well-rounded character whose moments of breaking her usual persona make her seem fresh, and a real treat to have around. So let's catch everyone up on the top 10 so far. Number 10, Derpy. Number 9, Applejack. Number 8, Cheerilee. Number 7, Celestia. Number 6, Luna. Number 5, Rainbow Dash. Number 4, Sweetie Belle. Number 3, Rarity. Number 2, Fluttershy. And number 1... Pinkie Pie is best pony. Do I need to say it again? Pinkie Pie is best pony. And in being number 1 best pony, I figure she deserves the most explanation as to why. Thanks to Pinkie, I now have a new favorite episode in A Friend Indeed. a spot once held by another Pinkie Pie episode, Griffin the Brush-Off. Pinkie Pie's foray of fourth wall breaking continues to be epically hilarious and entertaining. She has such a high level of innocence, naivete, energy, and playfulness that can't possibly hope to be rivaled by any other character. Her random antics, whether it be busting out a party cannon or even a party wagon, are so amazing and spontaneous. She's one of the only characters that shows that she cares for her friends on a consistent basis. She's also genuinely funny without being overbearing and continues to remind us at times of the old Looney Tunes characters. She also doesn't like bats, like me, as well as big hairy spiders. However, there were several points in Season 2 where I felt like her character or puns came off as forced or simply not executed properly. The most memorable being in Sweet and Elite, when Pinkie Pie asked Rarity,
Isn't it fancy pants?
a remark that not only pointlessly referenced another character, but just did not seem like it fit. There was also her pointless outing as a liar in The Cutie Pox, her seemingly forced mention about chocolate cake in the Mysterious Mare Do Well, a bathroom gag in the last roundup, running off to eat at Gingerbread House and Heartswarming Eve, and various other minute things. Still, I can overlook these tiny gaffes and think to her more memorable moments of Season 2, which included quite possibly the best song ever in Friendship is Magic, the Smile Song. Here she shows that she's friends with literally every pony in Ponyville, makes it a habit to brighten up their day, and is still eager to make new friends. She's also shown to be incredibly smart, remembers almost everything, and is skilled in ice skating, singing, playing music, baking, and of course, throwing parties. There's also her future predicting Pinkie sense, and she's great with kids. She still has her flaws such as her glaring insecurity and her inability to deal with rejection, and doesn't really seem to add any sort of seriousness, especially when other characters are trying to be serious. And yet, even though her insistence of trying to right a wrong, she does so in such an innocent way that it's hard not to feel sympathy for her. Despite any flaws that she may have, Pinkie Pie, to me, is still the most perfect character in the show. Everything she does is so awesome that she is well deserving of being the unparalleled #1 of this top 10 list. So that is it for my top 10 characters list. Leave a comment down below and give me your thoughts. What did you think of this top 10 list? What are your top 10 characters? Let me know your opinions! And don't forget to rate and subscribe if you have not done so already. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you all next time.